My name is Fabian Jimenez Carrillo, and I'm going to talk about Cold War. Cold War was a stage of geopolitical tension after World War II between powers in Eastern Bloc and powers in Western Bloc. A common time frame is the period between 1947, the year the Truman Doctrine, and 1991, when the Soviet Union collapsed. The Cold War split the temporary wartime alliance against Nazi Germany, leaving the Soviet Union and the United States as two superpowers with profound economic and political difference. Some important dates are on July 55, 1961, President John F. Kennedy addressed the nation about the tension building between the Soviet Union and the Allied powers, specifically the United States. The Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall was constructed by the Soviet Union on August 13, 1961, and was built practically overnight. The Cuban Missile Crisis. The Cuban Missile Crisis was a single event lasting 13 days that could have evolved into World War III that never came. During the Cold War period, the United States underwent 10 different presidents, of which each having their own personalities and methods of action to address the common problem at hand. The top 10 events of the Cold War was Berlin blockade and airlift, the Korean War, the space race, the U-2 reconnaissance plane, the Bay of Pigs, when Reagan visits the wall, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the strategic arms allocation talks, the Soviets invaded Afghanistan, and the Renit in Germany. A Cold War is a state of conflict between nations that does not involve direct military action, but is pursued primarily through economic and political actions, propaganda acts of espionage, or proxy wars waged by surrogates. This term is most commonly used to refer to the Soviet-American Cold War. The surrogates are typically states that are satellites of the conflicting nation allied to them under the political influence. Opponents in a Cold War will often provide economic or military aid, such as weapons, tactical support, or military advisors, to lead a nation involved in conflict with the opposing country. Capitalism is an economic system based on private ownership of the means of production and their operation for profit. Characteristics central to capitalism include private property, capital accumulation, weak labor, voluntary exchange, a price system, and competitive markets. In a capitalist market economy, decision making and investment are determined by a body owner of wealth, property of production, ability, information, and capital markets, whereas prices and the distribution of goods and services are mainly determined by competition in goods and service markets. The father of the modern capitalism is Adam Smith. Socialism is a range economic and social system characterized by the social ownership and worker self-management of the means of production, as well as the political theories and movements associated with them. Social ownership may refer to the forms of public, collective, or cooperative ownership, or the citizen owner of equity. There are many varieties of socialism, and there is no single definition encapsulating all of them, though social ownership is the common element shared by its various forms. Karl Marx is the father of the socialism. Now I'm going to interview my mom, who is informed on the topic. She has 49 years and she lived that war. What countries were the world leaders during this period?
USSR and USA.
Why did countries who were allies during the wars become enemies afterwards?
The reason was the Soviets wanted to make sure that never again will they face an invasion. Germany had invaded in 1914 and 1941. Stalin wanted to protect Russia. Stalin wanted compensation as the USSR has suffered the loss of 28 million soldiers. Stalin did not trust the West as they had fought against the Communists in the Civil War, 1918 1919. Stalin believed that the British and Americans wanted Russia to destroy itself, fighting Germany.
Where did the Cold War take place?
Take place in Vietnam.
What opinion did the general public have of the Cold War?
People believed that this war revolutionized the use of weapons and that it was a war to improve a political system.
What type of weapons did the two world powers have at their disposal?
The principal weapons were AK-47, F-4 Phantom, FM Full Battle Rifle, and Chieftain Main Battle Tank.